We've been potty training our newborn since he was 10 days old. We live in a society that literally teaches children to poo themselves, and then 2+ years later we have to try and break that habit. You can alternatively potty train your newborn from birth, and it is possible because we've done it. I haven't had to clean a dirty diaper in weeks, but Big Nappy, the multi-billion-dollar industry, does not want you to know about this. Today I'm going to show you guys exactly how we potty trained our infant, how to know when your baby needs to potty, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you guys a demonstration on exactly how we take our baby to the toilet and the position that we hold him in. So let's get right into it. Elimination communication, or infant potty training, is based on the premise that babies don't actually want to soil themselves. They naturally cue to their caregivers about their elimination needs from birth in the same way that they naturally cue when they're hungry or tired or overstimulated. We just need to tune in and recognize them. And essentially at 10 days old, our baby would get fussy, and then he would poo, and then he would cry. The EC method recognizes the fussy stage, and then by offering an alternative to pooing in your nappy. So once you learn your baby's cues, you can take them to the toilet before they go in their nappy. The aim for us was to really build up the association with the toilet and the potty so that our son, when he was a little bit older, could eventually crawl there himself. Now let's talk about Big Nappy. In the 1950s, nearly 100% of children wore cloth diapers and 95% were potty trained by 18 months. And today, 90% of children wear disposable diapers and only 10% are potty trained by 18 months. The average age for potty training is now 30 months. So what happened? In 1962, a study was released by Proctor Gamble to convince parents and pediatricians to wait for signs of readiness from their children before toilet training them. They recommended delaying any training until 28 months and claimed that you would psychologically damage your children if you did not know this. I'll leave a source for the study in a link in this description if you can check it out yourself. Disposable diapers were invented in 1948 but not widely marketed until 1961 when Procter & Gamble started selling Pampers. So that coincidentally lines up perfectly with the study that discouraged very early toilet training. Very suspicious if you ask me. Now Big Nappy is an $82 billion industry, and these disposable diaper companies want you to be using their products for as long as possible so that they can make as much profit from their customers as possible. Now, from an environmental perspective, disposable diapers are also an absolute planetary nightmare. 30 billion disposable diapers are dumped into landfills every year, and they're made of several layers of plastic which degrade within 250 to 500 years, which means that every single disposable diaper that has ever been made still exists today. Disposable diapers for a single baby will cost around $70 a month and around $840 a year, and babies will use about 6,000 diapers during the first 2 years of their life. Doing EC even part-time will reduce your environmental impact significantly and of course save you money. But one of the biggest benefits for our family was clearly how much more time efficient this whole process was. Taking your child to eliminate is not nearly as time extensive as you may think. We're certainly not holding our son over the toilet all day trying to catch poos and wees by accident. When our son needs to use the toilet, we hold him over the toilet or the potty, and he typically goes within a minute or so. And that's time that you would have spent changing a diaper anyways. Helping your baby use the potty instead of a nappy means that you're saving money, you're reducing your environmental impact, but most importantly, you're fostering a deeper connection with your child by actively responding to their needs. I know that many parents will probably feel triggered by this statement, because I know that everyone's just doing the best that they can with the information that they have and the situation that they're in. But I do think that letting your child poo their pants actually infantizes them rather than empowering them, especially if you have the knowledge and the capacity to help them and you actively choose not to. Now I'm going to show you guys a demonstration of exactly how we use the toilet.
Alright, so this position you can get your baby into pretty much from birth because you're supporting their neck with your chest, and then you just hold them on their thighs, and then you can lean them over the potty or the toilet and then make the sound for poos, and then for wees. So essentially you are creating an association with the potty with the grunts and hisses. And yeah, now that our baby's 7 months, he pretty much goes on command thanks to these noises.
Now we also have these little potties that we keep around the house. This is our froggy potty, and we've got another one back there that we just keep in different rooms. So it's way easier for us to catch the wheeze in the potty, and then the poos go directly into the toilet because I don't know about you, but I don't particularly enjoy cleaning poo out of these and scraping it out after every time. Our baby is also basically naked all day, every day, so we clearly know when we've missed. And that's another thing, it's not actually called an accident when there's pee on the floor, but rather a miss, and that's because your baby didn't accidentally go to the toilet. He signed, he went, and then you as the parent missed it. We have also began implementing sign language, so this is the sign for wee-wees. So that's just another association that he'll be able to learn so that he can communicate his needs with us before he can verbally talk. Baby sign language is a language, and it's just such a beautiful way to connect with your baby and to meet them where they're at and just give them that love and attention and effort. So if you're wanting to start EC with your child, it is never too late. I recommend listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast by Andrea Olson, who is the EC wizard. She recommends to start with the 4 easy catches where you can begin taking your child or your baby to the toilet. And they are 1, wake up and pee. So in the same way that adults release a hormone and need to pee directly when they wake up, so do babies. So that's a really easy one to catch. 2 is at diaper changes. So if your baby needs a change, then just offer them the toilet after that. Everything's already off anyways. 3, when your baby needs to poo, so maybe you smell it, maybe they fart, there's some kind of very obvious cue there, you can take them and then see what comes out. And number 4 is getting in and out of something like a carrier, like a car before an activity. So these transitionary periods from like one room to another are just a cool opportunity, and then your baby will kind of anticipate that it's coming when they're doing something next time. It is super exciting and really validating when you get a catch, and in our experience, the more time that you put into this, the more that you get out and into the potty. Now I'm going to answer a couple of bonus questions that I frequently am asked on my social media pages. And the first one is, do you use nappies at all? Okay, so we have a mix of cloth and disposable nappies for backups, and we use them anywhere where we can't directly tend to our baby's needs or that it would be inappropriate to pee. So for example, if we go out for dinner or we're at a friend's house, or if I'm busy working and I'm not directly with my baby, yes, we will use a nappy as a backup. And that's really the key word, it's a backup. You're not training your child to rely on it because you're not going to respond to their needs. You are, in fact, giving them an opportunity, and if you miss, it's okay because the fabric is there too. Question number 2, what do we do for night times? Okay, so when Awayson was a newborn, we used to do nighttime EC. So we basically all co-sleep, and then when Awayson would wake up, I would take him to the potty next to the toilet, and then we would nurse and fall back asleep. And then when Awayson was around 2 months old, I noticed that when I was taking him to the toilet in the middle of the night, he was becoming more awake, and it was actually disturbing his sleep more. So I stopped doing that and instead just let him sleep in a nappy overnight. And when your babies go through a sleep cycle, when they wake up, they pee because that hormone is released. So until your child is sleeping all the way through the night, they're going to pee through the night. And then you can either choose to do EC and help them go to the toilet if it's convenient for you, or you can choose not to and just wait until they naturally sleep through the night. And the last question, or it's not really a question, but people like to say that, this is only possible if you have one child or whether you're a stay-at-home mom. And to that I reply that part-time EC is super beneficial. You don't need to be perfect, and it's just a practice. I love EC. It's hands down one of the best parenting decisions that we've made. And now that we kind of have the hang of it, I really can't imagine doing it any other way. This process has just felt so natural for us. It's because we have been doing it for thousands of years. EC isn't new, and this is still something that's practiced widely today around many cultures around the world. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. It really means the world to me, and I'm having so much fun here on YouTube again. And let me know in the comments, have you heard of EC before? What do you think about it? Let me know.